Hello there, everyone. Xantok here with Nonary Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Virtue's Last Reward, the second game in the Zero Escape series. Now, of course, as you know, this game's already been played on Twitch, and this is all just archive footage, so if you'll just give me a moment here, I'm going to jump back to a previous point in my timeline, and we'll continue with the game. Give me the fucking flowchart. Where did we leave off? We came down to here. What happened here? K left. Like a dick. It's like, oh, people are dying. I'm going to go get the police. Because they'll totally be effective. Ha. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I finally started on this third branch of the timeline now. We've got a lot of locks. I decided at this point, earlier on when we unlocked, I think it was this one, I was just like, I'm going to finish out this whole second area of it, and then I'll go look at those locks. But now at this point, I'm just like, alright, if we unlock a lock, we're going to go see what's there. Because I want to start seeing more endings, you know? But for now, we're going to go back up to this point, and we're going to betray Kay, because, well, it's obviously bad if we ally with him, so. Let's see what happens. Skip. Oh boy, it's time for some humongous entertainment. Are we gonna get some Spy Fox? Because it's my guy. Oh, right, I guess we... Wait.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidextr's game will now be displayed.
It threw me off that we were skipping text after I made the decision, because that hasn't happened before. But it's because we were the only person in there, and we didn't have anybody else to be like, oh my god, you did what?
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Yeah. Fuck you. You would have killed Alice again. Dick. Oh, no, she's already dead in this timeline. I forgot she's dead in this timeline. A couple people are dead in this timeline, aren't they? Or is it just her? I don't remember. There's so many timelines. So, you picked Betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
Indeed. You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Eh. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. Honestly, yeah.
I had thought that you would choose ally.
Did ya? Well, if I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, buddy. But I'm not gonna let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
Boy, I've seen in 2 timelines where you do. Don't lie to me.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
You won't? Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me.
Can't say I do in this case.
No need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
Says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me. That was a weird laugh.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
You don't. The honesty is refreshing, but that's really not the brightest move. It's refreshing, but also slightly odd. Like, what is this guy's deal?
So you chose Betray too, huh?
Oh, fuck you, Dio.
You just picked Ally. I'd have 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that? There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Yeah.
Are you an idiot or something?
Oh, he is.
Just smartasses.
So, you chose Betray?
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off.
Ah, yes, that's the other person who's dead. I couldn't remember who it was.
No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, whoa! Nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
Maybe. Alright, so Alice and Luna are the dead two in this timeline right now. See if anybody else dies soon.
The Amberdex gates have closed.
Oh, no, thank you.
Round 3 of the Amberdex game will be
The star. Oh, I can't skip
are
this?
required
Really?
To open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
When you've heard the same thing like 7 times.
The Amberdex gates
You know.
can be opened as many times as the players wish to open.
Let me skip! As many times as we want, huh? Well, that means we can play the AB game over and over using these star keys, right?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, where do we find them? Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh? You found them already?
What would be interesting? This would be interesting. One of the groups is Dead Alice, Dead Luna, and a third person. So one person has to do the whole puzzle alone. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. See this over here? There's white doors. 3 of them even. On the floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh?
Yep, that's the color.
Maybe that's where Quark went.
Oh, right. He's missing. I forgot about that, too. He went crazy and fucked off. Presumably, potentially, killed Luna. Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they open. Which is in an hour and a half. We've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yes, Fi. Please help us with that. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm a blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
You say something?
Yeah, she did.
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
And what about you two?
Cyan, pear.
I'm a cyan pear, too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well. Both of them are yellow pears.
No. Somebody's alone with the 2 dead ones. God damn it. What color is
He's a
Quark?
red solo.
Is it me?
Open
It is me!
colors. You'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
God, I was thinking, like, it's probably going to be me if we had a situation where it's us with 2 useless bracelets. And hey, look at that. It's us. It's us. But solos can't group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
Yeah. Imagine having to solve a room alone knowing Dio's gonna jump the gun again. Yeah, fuck Dio. Fucking knew it.
We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
And where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer doesn't sound like a good time to me.
So you're gonna leave the safe group and go find the murderer Quark?
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
Then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
I mean,
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You're trying to start something, you wrinkle old piece of...
hey, fuckface. Knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, now do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us. And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
And you. Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance? What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
I mean, I'm not saying there's not. It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us to all look for the killer. And Quark. May or may not be the same person. We don't know yet.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah. I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
And how are we going to pair up then?
I'm not going with Kay. If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
Fair.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
Fair.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Ah, fuck you, game.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice,
Oh, good.
but I'll take Dio.
I thought I was going to make Miko with Theo.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway.
Yep.
No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh, yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
Tenmyoji? I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right? Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
And that leaves us with the yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, well, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
I would just pick the doors that your colors would have been between you and your partner. If that's how we're moving up. Actually, that does make sense. Never mind. Alright, dead Quark. Well, we got the creepy music. There is no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here. Technically, at least.
Oh, right, the body.
The old woman.
The old woman who I'm pretty sure is June. Oh yeah, she's here. She was lying silently on the bed, furthest away from us. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened, and now looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed it. Hello? Wait a minute. Look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For some reason, there's no blood on this
Maybe
part.
she had something on her wrist.
Like a
A
bracelet?
watch, perhaps.
Really? Really? A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
A watch, huh? I don't know, it just, looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Aren't women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
I swear to God. Jewelry. You mean like a bracelet or something? Of course. Why didn't I see it sooner? This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Come on. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
It would. She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure?
Well, she at least was wearing
This
one.
old woman, a player in the Nonary Game.
I mean, it could have been like, I don't know, maybe this is season 2 and she was in season 1. You know, fucking... Okay. Is something wrong?
No, nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search,
Maybe one of us is wearing it.
but I know that I saw nothing, and none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
And there's one person whose bracelet we can't fully see now, is there? Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still got
It
it.
seemed likely.
Here's the crazy dumbass theory. Mind transplant old lady into robot K body and can't remember their previous life. It's stupid, but I'm throwing it out there. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have
So our
opened.
suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes, that would make sense.
So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes.
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words, but in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
But
So
why?
that they could participate in the Nonary Game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea.
Like, at first I was thinking, okay, maybe that's when, like, maybe Alice did it because she needed to be in. She knew this game was happening. She needed to be inside of it. But no, her and Clover were taken together. So that doesn't make any sense.
Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here.
Well,
But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
that's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, I mean, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet, except for possibly
Sigmund,
Kay.
Please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
The luminol. Okay, I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it. There should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First, we need to finish looking for Quark, though. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to floor B to meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
Hell yeah. I wonder if that's going to be used to unlock the lock. Let's talk about how we need to find out who was placing the bombs over on the right side of the timeline branch. 'Cause there's two locks about that. It's like, what? The why you would replace somebody, though, and put yourself in there, that's the big question. Why kill an old lady and join the game yourself? Are this that what Zero did, or is it somebody that's trying to undermine Zero? Because one of the weird things I had was like, oh, is Zero, after I learned about the whole Tenmyoji thing and who he is, it's like, oh, is Zero's dumb plot trying to get Tenmyoji and June to meet up again, and now we have dead old lady who I feel like is June, and somebody killed her to undermine this whole plot and wants to get revenge on people? I don't know. That's where I'm at, but I don't know. It's probably wrong.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
Yep. But it looks like two of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. Oh, that's the new room. Gowlem Bay? What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. He's not here either. Hey, Kay. How's it going over there? Kay? Can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? But nobody mentioned that they went through this room. This is a brand new room. I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
That's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on this door says this is the Golem Bay, however.
Oh good, I said that correctly. So you're saying they didn't go
I
here?
believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open this safe, who did?
Well, there's no point thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. This is another great escape sequence later on? Noted. The rec room was interesting. I wasn't sure what to expect from it because you kept, because you were hyping it up a lot. I was like, okay, I kind of like what was in here. Even if the darts took me a tiny bit. Actually, sort of the pool took me a tiny bit. Darts only took me a tiny bit because of math, though. But I figured it out. So this is the treatment center.
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there two rooms on the other side of the green door?
Excellent question.
We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes he might have escaped through. This room pissed me off. This room pissed me off. What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The window's all covered with frost on the inside. I can't
Shall
see
we
in.
open it?
Yes, might as well. How about it? Quark pops out. Aha! Stab!
What?
Quark! No. Oh no. His bracelet.
Hold on, Sigma.
Well, no, if he was just from the deep freeze, maybe that would trick him to thinking, okay, heart
Calm
went down.
Look at his chest. Can
Yeah.
you see it moving?
What? Yeah, so he was frozen, so that would make him think, so that makes the bracelet think he's dead. Yeah. I quickly pressed a finger to Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive.
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
So who put him in here? I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one as I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Senior took it off?
What?
I
Why?
have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here and put him in this pod thing too. Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What does he
How
got?
would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him, or?
I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous.
Check the computer to see
He's
what's
currently
weird, to see
undergoing
what's
could
wrong.
be compromised.
Oh,
Close the pod's cover then. Is that all right?
yeah, sure. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's going to be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his
He'll
own?
be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover.
Oh, that's smart.
So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone does lock him in, he's screwed.
Yes, that is what I said. But you needn't worry. You see? I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Maybe we should also take the key with us so that it can't be locked. Okay, let's go. Also, check the computer! Alright. So his bracelet is also out there somewhere, which means it needs to be recovered or found in some way in order for whoever his colors are supposed to be paired with for the white doors. So that's going to be an issue.
You're one to talk.
Fuck you,
How
Dio.
much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
You could say that.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
I explained to them how we found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Probably.
I'm not a fucking doctor!
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Oh, you could say that. I'll explain that one after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, where's that intersection with 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah,
What was in there?
not much. Nothing,
It
really.
appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So
Didn't
what
say
the
it
hell
did.
was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
No. There's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with. Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
Oh yeah. I said nothing, and instead made my way over toward the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark, and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Yeah. Why? Are you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Fi. Please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see the underside of
What do you
them.
mean by that?
I mean, the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on. You're really gonna make me explain
I know what
this?
you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
Not really a point. You're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Five stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward.
This okay?
If it's gonna be any of us, I don't think it's Dio. It's too obvious. He's been a shady shit the whole game. Fi, however, is much more mysterious. Just hold it like that for a moment. Although she was in our room. I don't know. We also don't know when this lady died. So who the fuck knows about that part? As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists.
Cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Five's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Is it actually? I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, asshole. We don't have time for
Why do I have
this.
to do what you tell me to?
Because if you don't, Kay is gonna force you to. Also, I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
Prove it! Show me your arm!
No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights.
I think that's temporarily suspended. In this... He's fucking running? Oh, dude, no. You fucking idiot. Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get
I'm
far.
afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around, toward the other exit. Stop him.
Right!
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All three of us leapt at Dio to discover nothing, right? Oh shit, it is him. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand.
Then make us
This is all
understand.
some kind of a mistake.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
Yeah, that's fair. As quickly as I could, I explained to Fi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. There's one thing that's really weird, though. There's one thing that's really weird. So when they're showing the old lady's arm, they're showing a completely clean strip. Like, the whole thing is just bare. But the bracelet isn't a strip. It's 3 bars and then a block in every so often. So that doesn't make sense. That doesn't connect. So is this a clue that it's not Dio? Or is this just developers going like, whatever, it's close enough. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well.
All right, fine. You caught me. I did it. I
All
killed
right.
the old bitch and took her bracelet.
So does the game developer just going like, yeah, it's fine. Why?
You, Zero?
No. I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
You're the terrorist. To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
Cyanide pill? So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's
Whoa,
lives.
whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, I don't think I need
I
to.
killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put
Is there a
him?
room we can lock or anything?
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
But we'll need... Oh, yeah.
Wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that.
Mom, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white doors open. Someone's going to need their bracelet to open the secondary door.
Fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. And that one we lock.
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
Go fuck yourself. I don't think so.
Ah, you're gonna pay for this!
Put him on ice? Yeah, I agree. We should freeze
I'm
him.
gonna fucking end you!
Yeah, sure you are, Dia. So, well, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point.
Go.
Yeah, the map, please. Everyone's favorite warehouse, Warehouse B. Huh. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Aw, man. Now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
Oh, that only took us half an hour? Damn, alright. 50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet.
Nah, I'll just
Wait
sit
a little
here.
longer. For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Otherwise, we're going to keep on passing each other the whole time. Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty
I
much.
see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
And who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
The two people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his two teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the
Well,
bracelet?
if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened
Perhaps
yet.
someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility.
No.
It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
This is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Fine. Pantry. I have not been in this room yet either. This is the pantry?
So it would appear.
Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very
Pantry room is okay, but it has one of the most banger escape room tracks. Good to know. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. I mean, we have to. Oh, hey, look! Finally a room I know. Well, I mean, I know the treatment center. But I think the lounge was actually in this timeline. No one here either, huh? Tenmyoji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly, if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask.
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to the suit, I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
When when, Dad, do you remember that? Really? Really? God damn it. When did you remember that? Did it just pop out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
Okay, sorry, jeez. So you remembered who your father
Yes.
was? And what about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Oh, little baby Kay. Okay. Alright. Did not see that coming. Also, that is clearly a Zero doll. So, was he raised here? Is that what I'm getting out of this? And this is like an advanced version of a hazmat suit that he wears? To protect him or others from him? What?
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
For a half second when he said that he didn't think he had a mother, for a half second I was like, oh my god, it's future Quark, got sent back in time, so he is an adult or something. I don't know, man. The time travel's weird. He wouldn't allow me to go near... Oh, right, he said that already. Oh, no, I guess I'm reading this now. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working. The only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon, I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought. I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked him for a mother. What a weird thing to ask for. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. The rabbit's beat up now! He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. Oof. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first, I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person. But I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot, and it will respond. But in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning and found a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father had created a new robot, but I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love with a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or, more accurately, the lack of. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. Might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. When we're done with the skit scene, I want to see what the lounge looks like and compare it to this table and chairs. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering and discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I've been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice, starting to sound like Radical 6. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. That does not surprise me. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There's only one thing to do. Destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it, the entire facility. but she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life? Or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die. But I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. To be fair, you've only seen 2 people in your whole life. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. The table. It's that same table. So either they were using assets, or it was here. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
Shit, what time is it? It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So, you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but...
So, we're absolutely about to hit the third end, I feel like.
Would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyoji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
They're gonna be dead. Kane lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I better get moving then. Last time somebody gave us their big personal info dump, we turned a couple corners and there was a pile of dead bodies. And I'm expecting a repeat. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. Oh. Hello. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either.
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah. He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
He's tired. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. He's gonna be dead.
What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Alright?
I think so? We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, this is a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh?
Eh.
How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you.
Wow.
Your face is like a week-old sock.
Wow. Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and the dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Fair. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just going to melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole Nonary Game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. Or we're assuming he killed more than one person here. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here in this timeline. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
Nah. I mean, a little bit.
I'm just
but...
like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
You trailed off there weirdly. You heard that, right?
Yeah. It came from the hallway.
Well, here's where we die. Let's go have a look. Guys, this is Horror Movie 101. Weird noise happens in the hallway. Don't investigate it. Come on. And there's the music. Maybe they got on the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs. Thought so.
Let's go. Well, pretty sure this timeline's about to end. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
Fair enough.
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Timmy or Clover probably made that noise. Maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna.
But they don't know that.
What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe him.
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. We entered the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. There's Quark. Sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
But Dio isn't shouting at us. So either he's dead
Dio.
or asleep. Let's open his. Dead. What the hell?
Check his pulse.
I think it's too late for that. It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yep, he's dead!
Look. The oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Oh. And that means he asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, you should go tell Kay about this.
You're the only other person that knew he was in there.
Come on.
I can't say I would blame you, but without waiting for me to follow, Fi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. Fi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay! Wake up! Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly said, "Oh, I thought he was going to be dead."
What is it?
We explained about how we'd found Dio dead, and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna.
Well, he definitely killed the old woman, but the other two
Then who killed him?
are just assumptions.
He was the murderer.
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
No. That's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside? I don't know why we're freaking about that, because that is possible. Killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
You're more of a possibility than Quark.
Well, in that case, Fi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Only after he went to sleep.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Oh, crap. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open.
All right. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, but where is Dio's bracelet?
His what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Fi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
Then we need to hurry and go get it. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back, and then grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
All right.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
The yellow pair of bracelets. Were these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
All right, let's get going.
Shit's going down. Shit. They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet? Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of it from Dio. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Fi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here.
Lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but...
We heard a noise and turned.
I apologize for keeping you.
Well, at least I finally learned who the fuck is the Jingle Bell runner in this game. It's been bothering me for a while, and it's fucking K. Where are the Jingle Bells? I don't see them. Why do you have Jingle Bells when you run?
Did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but...
What?
Best you just see it.
Oh,
this
God.
is what I found in Dio's pod.
What?
What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
Can't say for sure, but if I were to guess...
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will...
Oh, no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes, you're gonna be dead. I mean, you might as well try to go through the door, right? That's what I'm doing. It's like, well, can't hurt to give it a shot.
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
Stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of a monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ah! God damn it. This was bad. What was I gonna do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... Are we seriously having a lock right here?
The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called Tubocurarine.
Or is this a lock we've already unlocked because it's about the anti-thingy?
Also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
But you can't give Kay the injection gun treatment because he's got the suit on.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurine. I knew it.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
To each according to his needle. Yeah, we unlocked the lock. Of course, the antidote. I didn't have time to explain. I took off running toward the exit.
Sigma, where are you going?
Just stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment room. But how are we... We can't save Kay with it. He's in a suit. And we haven't yet figured out how to open his suit. We just know there's a little latch on the back of his neck. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on. Please, still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it. Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit! I can't save both of them. Go to the fucking room that makes the doubles. Oh, we don't have time for that.
Chromatic doors closed.
Well, Kay, you're a dead man. 1 minute? Ah, shit. I spun around and shot out of the treatment center.
Three, two, one. Chromatic doors closing.
Oh. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist. Barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First, with the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to blink, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Or giving it to one of them instead of ourselves? There's the fucking jingle bells! We found them! They're right there! God damn it! Kay and Fi lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Fi or Kay? I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. Now, what was I thinking? There's only one answer. Fi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself toward Fi. But she still can't go... Okay. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma. What the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. Fuck, that word. It's the antidote to the muscle
Why
relaxant.
did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. It'd never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind. It crossed mine!
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No.
Yeah, that's
Screw
fair.
this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you.
I mean, that's kind of get wiped out when the person you owe them to die, right?
No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
Her words slurred and slowed, and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing, and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Fi's gonna be alright. But, Kay... I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open. That's right. There's a hole here on the back of your head. It looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe you put some kind of key in
You
there.
could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Why is it open? But when could he have... How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had. Holy shit. And that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward Kay. Kay, wake up. Talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. And after you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. I had to have done a fucking mad dash, get there, kill him, and get back before we checked on him again. I bumped him to fight, and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then, you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment center and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise from the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Good lord, I would be exhausted. But what I want to know is why. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Kay, wake up! Something's happened. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes, your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
I thought in his flashback that woman looked like the old lady. I didn't say it, but I fucking thought it.
I couldn't.
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What?
She was like mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying?
I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
This is very important. You must pay attention.
Stop wasting time and just tell us the important thing.
Cannot forget.
Forget? He wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. MILKEVOLI. Milk olive? Milk olive? This will open the second gate.
What the hell? Hey! Kay! Who told you to tell me this? Who are you? Show me! Show me who you really are! I grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? That's impossible. I knew, okay? It's my face. I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist, and my body collapsed unceremoniously. Fi's gonna be so confused when she wakes up. She's gonna be like, what the fuck did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? What the hell is this? What the hell is that? The second drug. Tubocurarine. My vision began to blur, and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away, and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. Ha! Alright! Well, there's a few thoughts there. Ha! Okay. End. A couple things I want to look at. How's that for an ending? Shocking. I'll tell you that much. So... I would initially say, like, oh, okay, so we're proving robot theory correct. But... in the timeline, in Clover's ending, we found everybody's dead bodies, and then we eventually kill ourselves, and then there's a splash of red blood. So it's like, okay, maybe we're not a robot, but now this is making me question it is. Like, wait a minute, but are we a robot? And or are we like genetic clones? Or is Kay's dad a scientist just like making a bunch of extra bodies that are maybe they're clones of himself? To continue his work for him, and Kay and I are both them? Is that why we have a weird-ass name? But then Vi also has a weird-ass name. So, I don't know. That's... what the fuck? There's something else I want to check up on while we're at this point. I want to look at a certain character's picture here. Because we saw a little bit more of what the old lady was wearing. I want to see... I need a picture of June. I need a picture of June that I can look at without getting spoilers, which would be very difficult if things are correct. So Kelly, I need you to send me a picture of June from the first game. Like now. Because I need to see something. I need to see something about her. Thank you. Let me just click this. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking if her outfit might have had like those same stones or jewelry or something that we saw the old lady have. And that would be like, aha, I was right. June. But it doesn't. She does have similar clothing though. But I was specifically looking for the jewels. So jury is still out on June and being the old lady. But that's where I'm going with things. It just makes too much sense right now. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and end this episode of Virtue's Last Reward here. I'm sure some things happened. People probably talked. Maybe we saw the puzzle or learned an exciting revelation or so. I'm not sure. This all happened for me months ago. But hopefully, it was a good episode. At least I had a lot of fun, playing through it. And we'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.